Michel Foucault, a renowned French philosopher and social theorist, has left an indelible mark on the world of ideas. His work has transformed our understanding of power, knowledge, and the complex ways in which they intersect. Foucault's Archaeology of Knowledge challenges traditional notions of truth, objectivity, and the role of the individual in the creation of knowledge. Foucault's thought was shaped by a diverse range of influences, including Friedrich Nietzsche, Martin Heidegger, and Georges Canguilhem. These thinkers inspired Foucault to question the foundations of Western philosophy and to explore the historical and social construction of knowledge. Foucault's early works, such as Madness and Civilization and The Birth of the Clinic, laid the foundation for his later investigations into the relationship between power and knowledge. These works challenged traditional approaches to the history of ideas, which often treated knowledge as a neutral, objective entity that progressed towards ever greater truth and clarity. At the heart of Foucault's archaeology lies the concept of discourse. Discourse is not merely a linguistic concept or a way of describing communication. Rather, it is a complex set of practices, rules, and structures that shape what can be said, thought, and known in a given historical period. Foucault introduces the concept of discursive formations to describe the regularities and patterns that emerge within a particular discourse. A discursive formation is a set of statements, concepts, and practices that share certain rules of formation and transformation. To analyze discourse and discursive formations, Foucault develops the archaeological method. This method involves excavating the historical and social conditions that make certain forms of knowledge possible. Rather than focusing on the content of knowledge itself, archaeology examines the rules and structures that govern its production and circulation. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of Foucault's work is his reconceptualization of the relationship between power and knowledge. Foucault challenges the traditional view of power as a purely negative or repressive force, arguing instead that power is productive and intimately linked to the creation of knowledge. For Foucault, power is diffuse, capillary, and omnipresent, operating at every level of society. Power relations shape the conditions of possibility for certain forms of knowledge to emerge, while knowledge in turn reinforces and legitimizes particular power relations. Foucault's work is full of examples of how discourses and epistemes are shaped by power relations. In his study of the history of sexuality, for example, Foucault shows how the discourse of sexuality in the 19th century was closely tied to the emergence of new forms of biopower, which sought to regulate and control the life processes of populations. Foucault challenges the traditional view of the subject as a sovereign, autonomous agent, and the author as the original source of meaning and creativity. Instead, he argues that the subject and the author are themselves products of discourse, shaped by the complex interplay of power and knowledge in society. Foucault's critique of the subject has important implications for our understanding of agency and resistance. If the subject is not a sovereign, autonomous agent, but rather a product of discourse and power relations, then the question of agency and resistance becomes more complex and problematic. His ideas have inspired countless scholars to rethink the ways in which knowledge is produced, circulated, and used in society, and to explore the complex interplay of power and discourse in shaping social reality. Foucault's insights have also been applied to contemporary issues and debates, such as the politics of identity, the regulation of life itself, and the construction of truth in the age of digital media. His work continues to inspire new generations of scholars and activists to question the taken-for-granted assumptions that shape our lives and to imagine new possibilities for social and political change. The archaeology of knowledge is a powerful tool for understanding the complex interplay of power, knowledge, and truth in modern society. By revealing the discursive construction of social reality, Foucault's work challenges us to question the very foundations of what we know and how we know it. If you're interested in learning more about Michel Foucault's Archaeology of Knowledge and its profound implications, be sure to check out the book linked in the description below.